All right, I am recording this on the fly. This just dropped a little over half an hour ago. I don't have a camera with me, but here we go, guys. This is pretty interesting news. Here it is from SonyInteractive.com. We have an update from PlayStation Studios, and they write, Dear team, today I want to share some important updates from Sony Interactive Entertainment's Studio Business Group. We consistently evaluate our games portfolio and status of our projects to ensure we are meeting near and long-term business priorities. As part of our ongoing efforts to strengthen SIE, that's Sony Interactive Entertainment's studio business, we have had to make a difficult decision relating to two of our studios. That's Neon Koi and FIREWALK Studios. Expanding beyond PlayStation devices and crafting engaging online experiences alongside our single-player games are key focal areas for us as we evolve our revenue streams. It's always great when they call it revenue streams and it's not like, player experience or the goal of making a game. It's just the money. That's great. Well, at least their priorities are right after spending $400 million. But more than that now, but here we go. We need to be strategic, though, in bringing our games to new platforms and recognize when our games fall short of meeting player expectations. While mobile remains a priority growth area for the studio business, we are in the very early stage of our mobile efforts. To achieve success in this area, we need to concentrate on titles that are in line with PlayStation Studios' pedigree and have the potential to reach more players globally. With this refocused approach, Neon Koi will close, and its mobile action game will not be moving forward. I want to express my gratitude to everyone at Neon Koi for their hard work and endless passion to innovate. But clean out your desks and get the F out. I added that part, but it's just kind of like, I would hope that people didn't find out that they were getting fired this way, but these days you never know. Sometimes they just send you a text message or like, here's an Uber Eats coupon. Your stuff's at the curb, Let's go on and find out what's going on with FIREWALK now. Here we go. Regarding FIREWALK, as announced in early September, an important update on CONCORD. Certain aspects of CONCORD were exceptional, but others did not land with enough players. And as a result, we took the game offline. We have spent considerable time these past few months exploring all our options. After much thought, we have determined the best path forward is to permanently sunset the game and close the studio. I want to thank FIREWALK for their extremely short-lived craftsmanship and extremely short-lived creative spirit and extremely misplaced dedication. The PvP first-person shooter genre is a competitive space that it's continuously evolving, and unfortunately, we did not hit our targets with this title after $400 million. I'm adding things, okay, because I'm getting bored with their corporate speak. We will take the lessons learned from CONCORD and continue to advance our live service capabilities to deliver future growth in this area. I know none of this is easy news to hear, particularly with colleagues and friends departing Sony Interactive Entertainment. Both decisions were given serious thought, and ultimately we feel they are the right ones to strengthen our pockets. Neon Koi and FIREWALK were home to many talented individuals, and we will work to find placement for some of those impacted within our global community of studios where possible. But the rest of you are SOL. That's right. You can figure out what that means, SIE. Anyway, I am a big believer in the benefits of embracing creative experimentation and developing new IP. However, growing through substantial financials, especially in a challenged economic environment, is critical. While today is a difficult day, there is much to look forward to in the months ahead from the Studio Business Group and our teams. I remain confident that we are building a resilient and capable organization driven by creating unforgettable entertainment experiences for our players. Thank you for your continued support. Somebody somewhere said that. SIE Communications, whoever that person is. Thank you. All right. Oh, it's Herman Hulst. That's who said it. It's Herman Hulst. Congratulations, Herman Hulst. Really great. This is a guy that didn't like the Japanese development groups either. There's a couple of those floating around Sony's, management department. Real geniuses, real geniuses. And so there you have it. Concord is over. It's donezo. It's the end of the line. And I can't say anybody anywhere is ultimately surprised by this. At the end of the day, what we're really kind of expecting out of this whole franchise was probably, meme material at best if it managed to survive. And now it's just going to be something that's taught in like gaming development courses, like particularly in the creative end of it. I can't imagine they have anything to say to the coders, but we don't know. There's $400 million that got dropped on this, and quite clearly it didn't go into designing the characters. So, it's another product of the toxic positivity thing that we keep hearing about in the corporate landscape that continues to body slam these corporations over and over and over again, as nobody's able to say, hey, maybe we shouldn't put a 400-pound person into a game that involves people doing parkour and trying to fight for their lives. Maybe we should put aspirational body types in our games so that people, when they think of heroism, they think of aspirational qualities and thus do healthy things with their bodies in order to bring themselves closer to that idea. But as always, with Sony, we're just going to go the opposite direction of all that stuff that's good for you and remind you to just, do whatever. A lot of the characters in Concord were absolutely obsessed with themselves. They had their own self-centered stories. Usually a character in a story like this will have a bit of backstory, and that'll explain their motivations, but the rest of their focus remains on, like, saving the day and helping people and creating a better environment for their ideas. The Concord characters were all had a chip on their shoulder, and they were all motivated by some type of revenge or some type of, showing someone that they were wrong. It's not like the Overwatch characters where they're heroes, their focus is on saving people, they're not the Valorant characters who are fighting for their lives or fighting for existence, fighting for sovereignty, something like that. And then you have Concord characters who are just like, let's F some stuff up, man. Let's F some stuff up. Let's ruin this environment we're in right here. Let's blow some stuff up. Why? Because we're free gunners, and that's what we do. We're just going to go here. We're going to blow some stuff up because that's what free gunners do. The call to action was so weak. It didn't explain what the hell they were up to. They were just a bunch of wanderers out in space. And, well, look what happened. They're going to continue to wander oblivion forever. But maybe Sony will be gracious and think of a way to sell this IP off to a very creative anime company that might be able to make it work. There's a lot of quirky characters here that, with a few tune-ups, might be able to be something in another studio's property, with actually, cared about this rather than lining their pockets. But as always, guys, good luck out there.